I want to bring up just a random topic that I encountered recently, which is tipping. My parents were gifted with a cruise,
Ooh.
and they've never been on a cruise, and they almost canceled it because the stress that my dad was feeling of. I mean, he's never been in a situation like that before. It was about tipping that he was like, well, how much cash do I bring? Do I tip every time they bring food to your table? What about the people that make your bed? Do I have to? Like, that stress almost made him cancel. And I didn't have all the answers. I'm like, I think you can pre-tip, and so it was like this anxiety around tipping to say no to a great event over that. Where would you say in your travels or that you have the toughest tipping anxiety? Which situation is a tough one for you? Like, restaurants are pretty easy, but like, do you see people at hotels tipping? You're like, I've never done that.
I mean, we try to be generous, but I don't think. I'll tell you this: we were at the Opry Land Hotel with my brother, and they opened this wonderful water park, and so we decided to go down there while my brother was visiting. And I wanted to valet my car. Now, the difference of price in valet is like $4. So I was like, all right, well, I just have him valet. I don't have to walk. It's $4 more. I got to pay anyway. So every time he brings the car, then they stand at the door. They open it for you, and they wait till you get in. Like, you already have the keys. The car's already started. They're just waiting for the tip. Yeah. So to me, like, that bothered me a little bit. But then I honestly like had an epiphany, and I realized that like people will give. Like, let's say that, you know, like with the Lord, you know, a lot of us, you know, we know that there's need, but there's so much need that it just kind of gets lost in no man's land. And so we're saying, oh, we can't help everybody. And so, but I have realized that, like, you know, we work with Compassion International. It's like people will give if they're asked and presented with the opportunity. Just like I would not have tipped that guy if he didn't stand in the doorway, you know? So partially I felt pressured to tip. And so, you know, I mean, we try to be generous, but I'm not going to give $5 every time. I'm going to give $1, a couple dollars, whatever. And then, you know, like my wife was getting a massage the other day. And so you pay like, you know, $75 for a massage, and then you're supposed to give a 20% tip. I'm like, you know, and so she was like, you know, she's
I'm the same with haircuts. I have the same girl that cuts my hair, and the haircut is like a great clips kind of a thing. And it's like, the haircut's $13, but I tip her $5, which is like, that's almost half the haircut. But the reason I do it is because she's my go-to girl. So my wife's always like, why you tip her $5 if the haircut's $13? That's like a massive. And I'm like, well, I want her to keep making good cuts, and she's my go-to. So I guess there's a relationship there.
Well, I had my friend comes to my house and cuts my hair. And I just told her, all right, let's just find a price where I don't have to tip you because you're my friend. Yeah. You just charge me, and we'll agree on that price. And then I'll just pay you that. I never have to tip her. It's so wonderful.
Oh, that's
great. Tip's already there.
Yeah.
Somehow she added it in.
And the awkwardness is gone.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. With those things, I'm never, even on the cruise stuff, I've been on a couple of cruises playing over the years. And I don't think it's like that much pressure. Yeah. Or maybe I'm just aloof. But you know, if you have a couple bucks on you, plus those cruise things, a lot of times you don't have cash at the pool. Yeah. You know, so it's a receipt thing.
Right.
So you can do $1 on your receipt or $5, whatever, and just charge it to your room, and you pay it at the end. So tell your dad just to relax and enjoy himself. Don't worry about the tips.
Bring a bunch of ones if you feel led.
Yeah, exactly.
When a new member, because I know you guys had a new member come on to Unspoken over the past few years, what was one of the first rules you laid down? If you view it like an employee of Unspoken, was there any rules? It's like, okay, welcome. We're like a family. We spend a lot of time together. Here are a couple of non-negotiables that were maybe rules. Almost not like a band member, more of an employee of Unspoken.
Yeah, we have a hard time with this. Like, I feel like it serves us well and not well, because we are pretty inclusive. Like when someone comes on, we really want them to feel part of it and not like a hired gun and more like part of the family. And so it is interesting. And we've kind of run into some things over the years that like we were like, man, maybe we should view this. Maybe we should, like we have a tour manager and, let him be kind of the enforcer. And of course, we have to do awkward situations all the time and, talk to people about stuff all the time, dress code or, attitude, I mean, we've got a bunch of stuff and we're all different. We all handle things different. It's funny. Some musicians have social anxiety. So, they don't want to be around people in signing lines. It's just like the worst for them, but they can get up and play guitar and sing and enjoy themselves and be so good.
I struggle. Yeah. Meeting people in a line, talking to millions of people through a microphone, no problem. The second I get in front of hey, what's up? Love your show. Everything gets awkward.
Yep. So you have to understand that too. And we hope the fans also understand that like, we're all different people, and we have a gift. Just because we have a gift doesn't mean that we were meant to be politicians. Right. But that that to give grace there, because you don't never know. It's like we have one guy in our crew that that like if the meal is bad, like he's gonna just be ruined for the day. Like for whatever reason, like he just wants a good meal. And, you don't always have that. And so, it's just, so you might catch him on a bad day, but because he had 4 bad meals in a row, 4 meals. So, but I will say that we're trying to figure that out a little bit more. It is a family because actually we're the family of God, but it's also, we are employers as well. Right. But mainly when we hire someone on, they pretty much know, don't do this, do this. These are the things that we expect. So, I mean, for us, we want everyone to get together before the show so we can pray and read something out of the Word, things like that. So show up for that. Yeah. We want everybody to treat people with respect and be kind and whatever the case may be. And then, behind closed doors, if you have to, throw your face in a pillow and bang on the bed, with your fist like King Kong because you're upset, great, but don't let it happen out there. We gotta so I mean, again, we're faulty, we're human, we're just a bunch of dudes that happen to be able to play music, and we love Jesus, and for whatever reason he used us and he's using us, but we will let people down and we will make mistakes. It's gonna happen.